is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Market-wise out here, you get the Dow up 107, Nasdaq up 24, S&P's up 9, we got gold up 27, silver's up 80 cents, you got platinum up 25, oil's up $1.60, bonds are up a point, King dollar is down 37 ticks, euro's up 56, and the bottom line, so they got a new name for the S&P.
They do, huh?
Downgrade it and buy it, baby.
Oh, I'm telling you what. Well, you know, Sarkozy was out there saying, what downgrade? Who's the S&P to downgrade us? Well, right?
you know, it's a riot. No doubt. And what you have going on now in the Journal today, they had this, the investigation is going forward about the S&P downgraded in the U.S. I mean, it's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
seriously.
Lord, oh,
yeah.
That's funny.
Well, and specifically going after how they kept AAAs in the mortgage market. The whole thing is such a scam, it's unbelievable.
For sure,
I mean, it is so far over the top.
It is.
You know, and this is the ultimate. Imagine, folks, that these guys get paid hundreds of millions of dollars on this. Hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just absolutely amazing. No doubt about it.
So what should we do about them? What should they do? Yes.
Well, just like this, you know, you want to be long, and then you sell it again.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the bottom line is that it's baked into the structure.
Right.
You know,
the market's going to tell you where it wants to, what interest rates they're going to want to take debt for. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you know, it impacts the insurability aspect, right? More so than anything else.
That's correct.
You know, right?
That's correct.
The insurance costs associated.
That's right. But the banks control that. So the banks control the derivative association anyway.
Yeah.
So the banks decided that, no, this is not an event.
Yeah.
You know. The thing's a scam. That's the real bottom line. The thing is amazing. I was reading yesterday, unfortunately, between the government, the bureaucracies, and the senators and congressmen,
yes,
it is so easy to pay them off. It's sick. They had numbers. They had numbers, folks, about the amount of money that companies would give to senators.
Yeah.
Versus what was earmarked for certain companies.
Okay.
Right? Now, this is so far over the top, it's sick.
Yeah.
These guys, they're so inexpensive to pay off. It is over the top. And I'll give you for instance. You earmark $125 million.
Okay.
And you get paid back $200,000. So you take $125 million.
I got it. Okay. Yeah. And that $200,000 is being put towards their campaign or something?
Yeah. 200 grand for 127 million. Who wouldn't take that deal? Man, sign me up for 10 of those.
That's great.
Right. I mean, it's over the top, man. It's unbelievable.
It is. No question about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get rid of all
if we got into politics on this show, oh my God.
Well, that was not even politics. That is politics. That's politics with the whole shebang, because they're all basically, you know, have no ethics.
Yeah. Kind of curious. Yesterday, the volume behind the DAX. Was there anything inside the movement? Today you gapped up, and it finally got in, and it's testing. It's October 28th swing point. It's closing below it.
Yesterday only had 108 million was going against 333.
Okay, so DAX is going to be giving us a piece of information here, because right now it's trading below that October 28th area.
There's no doubt, and you know what's going on, folks, which is just amazing. They're all catching into the October 27th, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Asia last night, if you want to see a rocket ship, let me tell you something. We got to be all over this baby.
Yeah.
Hang Seng is up 3 1/4, right? Yeah. She's running, and when you see this, you just won't believe it, because the same deal, the 27th was sticking out like a sore thumb, 3.7 billion.
Yeah.
At the low there is 19,900. The high is 20,700. It goes up 600 points last night. It's going to go into that tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
here's what it did. Look what it did, though.
Do you have?
This is the Hang Seng. It actually made a Gartley pattern. Completed the Gartley pattern last night, even being up.
Even being up
600 points. Yeah,
right.
1.272 expansion is 786 off of that October 28th area.
Right.
Pretty wild.
That's right. And now,
but if this area fails here, though, you're going to see one big push up. Huge.
Yeah, I mean, look at the volume. The volume last night, it's an ABC up, actually. 2.5 billion. So check out the B point. This is a big ABC up, man.
Yeah.
This is a trip. Okay, so we get 19,000, just ballpark it.
Yeah.
18, 19 to, yeah, it's $1,000.
Yeah. Oh, how about the Shanghai?
It's beautiful. You know, it's so cool. It's $1,000, and that just brings it to 2,100. And 2,000. I love it. 2072 is the number, and 2,100 is the number with the.
Which just makes it a move going back to October 28th.
Exactly. Yeah.
But Shanghai.
Man.
That little baby's on fire.
4%, folks.
Yeah.
4% it went up. And what it did, if you want to see something that's just amazing, when it did back down, it backed down with dramatically lighter volume. First acceleration up did 10 million. You backed down with 4.7. You did another 8.7 last night.
Yeah, and that back down almost a perfect 0.618.
Was it?
Yeah, which is pretty, which is normal.
Shanghai's on its way up to 25,000. You're at 2298 right now. So there's no doubt a lot of action out here.
Yes.
King Dollar, if we go over to King Dollar, we take a look at King Dollar. What she did out here, she's got 11,000 contracts. She's rejecting lower price. And let's see.
Which makes sense because right now the euro can't exactly completely get out of its way.
No. But if we do close on 81.41, it's still in the lower range. It's going to be interesting. But that's right. No, the euro can't get out of its way. But I think we get a few more days, and I got my whole suitcase is all packed, and it's all shots. I got them filled with all shots.
Okay, good.
They're filled and they're filled good, man. Okay. No doubt about it.
That's great. Well, look, this is actually setting up for a move into the new moon, which is next Monday. Today we've got.
That's not bad. We only got a 4-day week this week.
Yeah.
In the U.S. anyway.
Yeah. So and really when we took a look at the full moon cycle that came in.
Yeah.
And I shared with you. If we went back and we took a look at the last 17, this one being now the 18th one.
Okay.
And the reason is I just simply went back. I think it was to August of 2010.
Okay.
And there was an 85% chance that going into the new moon, the market would close higher than where the full moon opened.
Right.
85% chance it would close either higher or right at about the same level.
Okay.
And so obviously right now it's trading up that way.
That's
today you've got the moons at perigee and yesterday was the third quarter moon. So we'll see where this price action finishes today.
No,
but it does look like there's a bunch of patterns out there.
Yeah.
And a reason to actually get a larger suitcase.
That's right. Oh, I got a big one. Pathways to growth. When are we doing that?
We were doing it a week from. It's what's amazing with this being a short week. A week from tomorrow, so a week from Wednesday, from 6:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
We've had only been we released that on Thursday.
Yeah.
And the sign-up for it has been great, which is really cool. And this is a totally different. This is part of our Go Long America piece. I'm going to be teaching folks strategies that I've used that have been able to help me double businesses year after year after year, which is really what it's all about. And that's why I want people to be able to attend. It doesn't matter whether they're one-man, one-woman armies, whether they're multi-million-dollar, companies, Fortune 500 companies, and I'll teach them some of the techniques. Can't teach them all in 1 hour's time.
Yeah.
But I'll teach them enough techniques that they can use, that they can apply, apply the following day.
Right.
To help them go after additional business. And that's really what it's all about. I mean,
go after the big kahunas.
We talk about, you take a look at your past, my past, and our biggest moves have been during bad economies.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not from the standpoint that we've taken advantage of people or individuals. What we've done is we took advantage of the situation. When you can have an economy start to wipe out your competitors, and people start to kind of go into their caves, then that's when you want to be able to come out. That's when you want to really be able to market, sell. And it requires the exact opposite of the way that people would normally think. Much like trading. That's why trading appealed to in the charting, and because you have to think the exact opposite.
And what happens, folks, is less competition. Because if I've learned anything in life, about no matter what type of business there is. Your worst fear, no matter what business you have going, is that you get someone else that wants to come in the business, and they want to come in the business not necessarily to make money, but they have so much money.
Yeah, to take your market share.
Yeah, just to take the market share. And I've had that happen a few different times. And the key is understanding that and not following them.
Right.
Because they go right down the tubes. I don't care. I've had a couple of people come against with millions. One guy had 10 million.
Yeah.
And the bottom line, it took 2.5 years, but you know what? He blew his brains out.
No question.
So it's
and look, your worst competitor is a guy who doesn't really understand the business, and that's what typically happens.
Yeah, right.
Is somebody new will come into the business, they think they understand the dynamics of it. What we know is that, and what you know about this business, it is a lot more difficult than the way that it looks.
Yeah,
everybody's business always looks easier than it is.
That's for sure. Right.
I would have people going past my locations at Disney, and it looked like we had a printing press because of the way that product was moving in and out. People would come through there and they'd be on vacation, so they'd be dreaming. How does this guy do this? How does he get that location? Right. If they only understood everything that really went behind the scenes,
coming all the way from
what it actually took to get there, then what it takes, then when you get there. It's a matter of how you're going to keep it.
Yeah,
How are you going to keep that?
Exactly.
Especially with competing products all over the place.
Right.
Other people wanting to get into your industry.
Right.
But if you have the right relationships.
Right.
And it's really all about relationships. That's what it boils down to. And what I used to find out more about what was going on in my industry from my customers because I had people coming after my business, and because of the relationships that I had with them, they would let me know who made a pitch to them.
Oh, that's
cool.
That's
that's what you want to be able to do.
That's important.
With your businesses, folks. Is do that.
And so, folks, you come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the beautiful picture, Pathways to Growth. You basically
click on it and
click that link, and you are off to the races. So next Wednesday,
6:30 to 7:30. And I don't think we're going to have this one archived. This one's you've got to come. You've got to my clients or what have you. Can have access to it. But you've got to show up.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
We look at gold out here this morning. Now, when you have a gold, folks, you're still coming into the downdraft, and they get price going. But you know what?
They do.
Not enough juice happening. You're at 132,000. You're coming into 285,000 contracts. You're coming into that September as well as that December downdraft.
Yeah.
So it's going to be wild watching the whole thing.
So you take a look at this, not really from a daily chart standpoint, other than just making a straight retracement back, no other real pattern out here, no ABC pattern or anything that you could really trade off of.
No, there isn't. There isn't. The trade to me in this market, the gold market is, let it do the larger ABC down. That's what it looks like it's doing to me. And then no one's going to want it.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the number.
Yeah. That's a trade that really takes patience.
That's the trade.
Yeah.
That's the trade. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investment Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective and maximize your returns. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
In 1929, Joe Kennedy had $4 million. By 1932, he grew it into $180 million. All this during the Great Depression. The good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time has been spent in recession. How would you like the strategies that are bulletproof against the turmoil of our economy in these fast-changing times? For the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets used by millionaires and billionaires. These are bulletproof strategies that will absolutely astonish you. I'd love to introduce you to these concepts that will absolutely change your life. You'll learn the 3 ways to grow any business exponentially. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien and host of the Trader's Edge, both seen daily at TFNN.com. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to TFNN.com, look under Breaking News, and click on the Get Steve Rhodes Special Report link, and I'll email you this free report, Pathways to Wealth.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. We have the Dow up 116, NASDAQ up 25, S&P's up 9. And don't forget, folks, since it's Tuesday, after our show, we get Kate
Stalter.
That's a beautiful thing. Thank you. I'm having to go back to school here. Kate Stalter coming up from 11 to 12 with the small cap roundup. Then we're going great show. Absolutely. Then we're going to Chicago with the option hour, Thinkorswim. Then over to California for Ken Shreve, 3 to 4, and then back here from 4 to 6.
Did you have a nice weekend?
Oh, it was insane. It was insane. Let me tell you, folks, if you happen to be in Florida, well, you don't even have to be in Florida. Yeah. The bottom line was that it was Angie's birthday, and she wanted to go horseback riding, right?
Yes.
So I hunted. It's called the Lady Hawk Ranch.
Okay.
And it's in Inverness, Florida. Well, what a trip. I mean, the way these people have it set up, right?
Yeah.
Folks, you get the whole ranch. So it abuts the largest forest in Florida, which is it's huge.
Yeah.
It takes 2.5 days to ride through it on horseback. Okay,
Wow.
It's I don't know, it's so many miles, 50, 60, 80 miles or something.
Yeah.
Bottom line is that you pull up. When you pull up, the ranch itself is 15 acres,
okay,
right? And it's all fenced in, which is great, okay, for the horses, and they get chickens and and on the ranch they got this beautiful house, and they give you the house for the weekend. Okay, and then we rode 3 times. And it was great because I got to bring Harley, our German Shepherd. Right?
Yeah.
I let him loose. Let me tell you something. I never seen anything like this in my life. I mean,
now he's got some big friends.
Oh, right? Let me tell you, he ran, and it was just amazing. And then he goes over to the horses, right?
Yeah.
And he's playing with his nose, and he thinks they're like big dogs or something. So the first day, he's over there, and he hinds up when he's playing. And he hinds up. and he's going like this to the horse. I said, "What are you doing here?"
Exactly.
And the horse kind of jumped up a little. You know, I said, "Oh, I don't want to get bucked."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But bottom line,
yeah.
he was buddies with the horses beyond belief.
Cool.
Every single morning I let him out. At night, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And folks,
nice experience.
Huge experience. And if you want something that's secluded, you talk about. Oh, listen to this.
You know, you were walking okay this morning, so you got used to riding,
we were walking like a cowboy the last 2 days. Let me tell you something.
Okay,
we rode 3 hours Friday, 3.5 hours Saturday, and about 3 hours Sunday.
Okay.
And you can ride longer than that, but like, that's good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing that's amazing is that how many deer are in the woods too.
Oh, absolutely.
We saw deer everywhere.
Yeah, you know, you drive down the expressways, the freeways in Florida, you know, towards dusk. You'll see deer all over the place if you're really paying attention.
Yeah. And
they blend in.
Yeah, they do.
But
they definitely do.
That's a dangerous thing too.
Yeah. They don't want to hit a deer, man. And there's no bears up there, which is good. Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
And you had just fabulous weather.
Yeah, we did.
Cooled off for you to be able to be riding out there. You know?
We did. We did.
Have a sweatshirt on or something.
And of course, you know, I don't think. If you're going to do it, I do it in the spring or the fall or in the winter.
Yeah.
I don't know about the summer with the bugs.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? The forest.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. But it's called Lady Hawk Ranch. And if you like that type of...
Yeah.
You know...
It's a nice experience.
It was insane. Waking up. Oh, and she was bringing us fresh eggs every morning. They had a bunch of chickens.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Just waking up, and the horses are in the backyard.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're just out there... with a campfire. I had a campfire going the whole time. It was insane. It was really cool. And it's so close. If you happen to be
exactly.
you know, in Florida.
Hour drive.
Hour and a half drive. Yeah. You know, so it was great. So now I'm a cowboy.
Yeah. I like it. Well, while you were doing that, you know, Carnival Cruise Lines was running into rocks, huh?
Oh, man. And not only that, did you see that the captain, he got off the ship. He abandoned ship. With the people on it.
Yeah.
With the people on it, he abandoned ship.
That's pretty amazing.
He was in the village before midnight, okay? And he abandoned ship, okay? That is so far over the top, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, the guy should be locked up, period. They're going to get him on manslaughter, but they should lock him up and throw the key away. I was reading one part, this is really dangerous too, is that what they were talking about is that when they got the lifeboats off, right?
Yeah.
That what's supposed to happen is that, you know, someone's supposed to be able to know how to handle the lifeboat.
Right,
okay?
right.
Well, bottom line is that these were all waiters, of course, never been in a boat.
Sure.
Period.
Sure.
They were driving around in circles. They didn't know how to drive it.
Yeah.
So bad scene. I mean, this is gonna hurt that industry in a big way, because I suspect just the captain leaving is so far over the top. And the Coast Guard was telling him to get back, you know, and he wouldn't get back.
Oh, really?
The Italian Coast Guard, they did a great job. They're telling him, you get back in that boat, right?
Yeah,
he would not get back in the boat. This went on for an hour.
Wow.
He would not get back in the boat. He said, well, there's someone else there. And then, bottom line, hang him high, baby. Hey, you know, all that responsibility, man.
That's right.
You're a captain of a boat.
That's right.
That's serious business.
That's right. Yeah.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. You get the Dow up $1.20, Nasdaq up 26, S&P's up 10. We're going to be right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups and equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com under newsletter. Hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Attention business owners, managers, and entrepreneurs. Studies show that 1 in 25 businesses last 10 years and less than 1% of all businesses generate $5 million in annual revenues. Would you like to learn the skills that separate these businesses from all of the rest? It isn't about working 10 times harder. It's about working 10 times smarter. And I can show you how. Absolutely free, no strings attached. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, past owner of businesses at Disney, Universal Studios, Vegas casinos, and top destinations throughout the world. Join me Wednesday, January 25th at 6:30 p.m. for a 1-hour online webinar where I'll teach you how to get your dream clients, get past the one person that stands between you and the most influential people in the world, and show you the 3 ways to grow your business exponentially. Go to the front page of TFNN.com under Breaking News and click on Pathways to Growth, where preparation meets opportunity. That's Wednesday, January 25th. Register now for your Pathway to Growth, part of our Go Long America program on the homepage of TFNN.com. Decisions shape your destiny. Shape yours now.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have, the Bank of America is up 13. You get Citigroup down $1.50. JP Morgan Chase is down 57. Carnival Cruise Line's down 448. That's not bad considering what's going on.
Yeah.
Kenross Gold is down 209. Let's go over there. I'll tell you. This whole Ken Ross deal is a trip, you know. Depending, folks, how long you've been listening to TFNN, this is just amazing. This is all about Russia, and it's all about, you talk about information that we got from the prior CEO,
okay.
Bob Buckham.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this is an amazing story, folks, if you hadn't heard it before. Bob Buckham was the CEO of Kenross Gold, and I followed Kenross Gold.
Yeah.
Bob Buckham, I sat just like this with him.
Yeah.
I was talking to him at the Money Show,
yes.
and this interview was on TFNN.
Yes.
And he was telling everyone that, no, he's not going to do business in Russia anymore.
Yeah.
They had taken him for about $50 million.
Yeah.
And he goes back to, now, this huge gold mine there, okay?
Yes.
And then what they thought is that they would take him for more because he had done so much. It was like there was probably another 50 or 60 he had to put in, but he already put 50 in.
Right.
And he said what ended up happening is that he went back and Putin had changed all the governors within the districts, okay?
Yeah.
So he was explaining that in order to do business, the first thing he had to do is sit down and drink a quart of vodka. No lie. This is okay.
Absolutely.
And then
then sign the deal.
And then they start rolling in all these other guys and say, okay, well, this is how we're going to do this. He says, no, that's it. I'm pulling out.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is that he did pull out.
Yeah.
He absolutely pulled out. Now, Bob Buckham moved on. Bob Buckham is a bright guy beyond belief.
Yeah.
He not only moved on, folks, but if you get the Gold Report, you know, I mean, we made a fortune.
Yeah.
What happened is that he's a friend of Mike Richings from Vista Gold. So when Vista spun off Allied Nevada,
Right.
Bob Buckman's the CEO of Allied Nevada. Okay,
cool.
now he's got another deal going right now. But bottom line is that, you know, he said flat out, you know, you can't do business in Russia because if you get the mine built, number one, they're going to take it.
Yeah.
If you don't get it built, they're going to take the rest of your money anyway. Now, this is even before I've read this story, folks. So what ended up happening when he left, well, they got another CEO. They not only doubled up in Russia.
Their investment? Oh, my goodness.
They doubled up in Russia. Then they bought Bema Gold. You know, and we made a fortune on Bema when they did it, okay? But they bought Bema Gold, and Bema's biggest mine is in Russia, okay? And they're done. They're toasted. They're like toasted.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say now. Okay, so write down, let's see, 11%. Where's this mine? Biggest interest company. Oh, this one's in Chile. They're done. They're writing this one down because it's in Chile. This is even heavier, man. If you're in Kinross, folks, get out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, get out of the way in a big way. Because if that's
that's not even the Russian.
That's
deal.
That's not even that deal, man. That's sick. And now you get an ABC down. You know, you get gold.
A big one too.
You get gold at $1,600.
Yeah.
And you get Kinross at $10.55. Amazing. Really, you get market's a beautiful thing, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's go to Mark in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Good. Hey, Steve, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. Hey,
you sound so serious, man. Did Bledsoe take you? Not Bledsoe. Brady take you apart that bad?
Just tired, man. Hey, question on the Spy Weekly. Looks like we had a monster failure last week. Week of October 24th, we went up there to 129.42 with 1.33 billion.
Right.
Come up last week with 625 million, less than half the volume. Hit the high, closed below it. What's your thought?
Yeah, it is a failure. It definitely is. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that failure could be setting up real nice tiger butterfly.
Yeah.
So the thing is, you got to see this thing get back below the October 28th area.
Okay.
You know, it's up over that B point, if you will.
Right.
On lighter volume.
Right.
So that's what you're dealing with.
Okay. So what would you wait for to see before you'd go
let the Hang Seng hit that October 27th. The Hang Seng right now is the only one that hasn't hit it. This whole thing is all about just harmony right now. That's all it's about.
Exactly, and I think that's really the key. What Tom just said. It's really about harmony. It's about seeing all of these indexes do the same thing and do them on lighter volume. And in the case of the spies, there's a Tiger Gartley that's set up. That doesn't, or a Tiger Butterfly. That doesn't. There's still days that the pattern hasn't completed. Volume could come from out of nowhere. Right. I think it'll come from out of nowhere to the downside, but when we get up there.
And bring out the 6 guns.
Okay.
Have a great one, man.
Hey, thanks. You too, bye.
Okay. Yeah.
This is going to be hey, did you get to see that Green Bay game at all?
Yes.
Boy, that was terrible.
Yeah, I know.
That was like so weird.
Yeah.
And
the game was that San Francisco game, the first game
I
that was
missed
on.
that one. I heard that was insane, right?
Yeah, that was a great game, Talking about offense, boom, boom, score.
Right.
Yeah, that against New Orleans, and I mean that was the best of the 4 games.
Yes,
for sure.
The setup there's going to be a good playoff, though. Yeah. That's going to be a big playoff, man.
I think so.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Cold though. God, not that game. Not the San Francisco game.
Oh, let me tell you something, man. Their fingers. I don't even know how they catch. And those quarterbacks can throw so hard.
Oh, they do.
God.
Absolutely. A rifle with that football coming at you. That's right.
Let's go. I wonder if this guy's paid his taxes yet. Hey, Rick, you pay your taxes yet?
Oh, with oil so high, us Canadians don't have to. We're kind of like, all about that in Alaska, too.
Hey, you know what I was thinking this morning? You know, this is pretty cool. I was thinking about you this morning, but in the context that I was thinking about you, I mean, you guys got a huge bubble up there. You know, between Vancouver and Toronto and this real estate deal, man. I mean,
Vancouver especially.
Yeah, they're buying houses like we buy potato chips, man.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. An average house that's not that big. I think I'm going to say maybe 1,300 square feet, maybe up and down, and not real fancy. It's all land. It's all about land.
Yeah,
is $1 million.
It's $1 million. Oh my God.
Well, my brother's got a half a house. He can get $500,000 for it.
Now, are people coming in from out of the country buying property?
You know what?
Or?
We do get a lot from Asia. A lot of people moving from Asia. You know, we're just across the water, right? So, and because it's been happening for a while, there's more family and friends living here, so it just kind of keeps going, right?
You know, it's amazing though. Your banks are making the same mistake our banks made. They just went down the interest rate again. They just went down again on the interest rate. It's like. You know, I was reading this interview again this morning. This kid's 34 years old, right? Yeah. He says, man, he says, how can I not buy a house? They just went down again, and that's disgusting. You know, when the bureaucracy itself, they know they're feeding it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's for a young person starting out, it's almost impossible in Vancouver.
Yeah, that's intense.
You know, it's just and I had heard we're mortgaged pretty good. Like our debt is out there,
and you never were. That's the thing that's terrible. Do you know what I mean?
And the house prices are holding up.
Oh yeah.
Well, they always do in a bubble until it bursts.
Until it's gone. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, and then we got Saskatchewan.
Well, you know what's going to happen? I'm going up there and I'm going to bring them all down to Florida. I'm going to show them what a real deal is.
Well, you better. It's 30 below here today, so.
Well, I'm going to wait for the spring. I'm going to wait for the end of February, the beginning of March. Yeah, listen, I'm not kidding either. That's what's so funny about this.
When you got time, I'd like to look at AZO.
AZO.
I know the thing should pull back to about 330 at least, back to the real price down there. But do you think we're going a little higher first? Or you think maybe it's not a lot of short interest? Oh, another thing is option expiration this week.
Let's see. So yeah, they got there's no short interest, but what's interesting is I saw the numbers this morning. They had that Polk survey come out. What the Polk survey does is that it says the amount of cars that are on the road. Yeah. This has been the highest ever, meaning older cars.
Oh, for sure.
What the average is. Of course, so what continues to put juice into AZO. There's no two ways about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be shotting it yet. I'd wait for a butterfly. Butterflies are us, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I'm just thinking if that thing hits 350, though.
It's gonna.
Do you agree though that 330 or the top of that real,
January 4th area. Yeah.
The real price, I guess you could say they're around just under 330, and it's a false break on volume. Well, not
that's
really.
Right. No, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in your case, you want to go shot. You'd like to see it hit 370, man.
Hey, Tom, what about where's the 200-day on gold?
200-day on gold? 200-day. Let's see. 200-day. It's over it right now. 200-day is 1632.13.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that excite you?
I just think it can go to 1710, and don't ask me how.
Well, 1697 is nothing more than a 618 retracement from the high up at the 18 from November the 8th all the way down to the low that was put in. So that'd be normal.
And you saw what it did today. All it did, went to the lows of the 21st. And gold loves to do that, folks. If you want a little trick, what the metals love to do is go to the tops and the bottoms. Isn't that sick? So it went to 1668. 1667.10 is the number. 200,000 shares versus 200,000 contracts versus 136, and it's so weird, man. And it likes to do that. Like the buys normally are just the opposite. The buys will come down on the top of if in fact we come back down and you get into the 1562 at light of volume, well, that would be the buy. Yeah. They just like to do that, man.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's go over to that oil market, CLG2. So what do we have happening with here? Oh, listen. King dollar.
Yeah.
Did you see over in Iran? So check this out, folks. Okay? You talk about king dollar, the reason it's king dollar. Iran, the inflation is running 20% a month right now.
Is it really?
20% a month. Oof. Now, what happened, though, listen to this. In the last 3 weeks in Iran, that king dollar went up almost 70% on the black market.
Yeah.
So now they're flipping out because what happened that quickly was that instead of 17,000 something, whatever they call their money, versus the dollar, now it's up to 25,000, and Iran's trying to shut them all down. But of course, what you can't do, you know what's so cool about, and this is where the difference is in governments versus the people, folks. Those people have gone through so much.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't shut them down. They're too smart. They'll move. Those bazaars will move. They're gonna.
This is
you know,
street vendors.
Yeah,
for sure.
And they've had to do that forever. I mean, you're talking centuries that they have to protect their money.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No,
but they want king dollar.
The black market. That's where you really find out what's going on.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
You know, when I was over in Russia, we were opening up a store over there. And that's where we had the experience on a much smaller scale.
Yes.
With regard to different protection groups coming in, and you need to pay each guy off, and so we found out we couldn't do business over there after we'd been open for a couple of years. And but in the black market when I was over there, that's when the inflation was just really running rampant.
Right.
Over there, and you go down to the black market and king dollar, it was king. I mean, people wanted it.
Right.
It was against the law.
Right.
to be trading it. And on the black market,
and everyone's trading it, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wow!
But in the crude market, what do you see going on here?
Well, let's tell you. So CLG2. Okay, so you get 159,000 contracts. We get into. Oh, see, I like that, man. Okay, so watch. that's a beauty. Yep. Okay, so when we came down. Look at that.
Yeah.
All this did is go up to ICE, which ICE is actually 101.29, and went to 101.01.
And you're looking at on a 10-minute.
On a 10-minute. And so what you did, it went down 11,000 contracts, and you went back up on 1,073. Good deal. We're going all the way back. Bye-bye. See ya. Plenty of oil around. How about natural?
That there is.
Hey, how about natural gas?
Oh my goodness.
This is about as sick as you get, folks. Natural gas. Let me tell you. Is about as sick as you get. There's no two ways about it. This thing is down another 6% today.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about something that, and this wants that, let me tell you, this morning, I'm up this morning, and I'm saying, okay, is it ready? And I says, oh, nope, this is going to go under $2. This is a total mind blower. There's no doubt about it. But if you bring this back, I brought this back again this morning, and I'm saying to myself, okay, man, but why do you see where it's going back to? This will blow your mind. It's going back to the original, you got $1.76.
Yeah.
If I put this in a monthly, watch this, folks. In a monthly, it already went below where, it really, it's like, okay, is this going to stop it?
Right.
And what that number was, well, actually, that's the first one right there, which is 240, and now you're 248, but it's gonna do the whole ball of wax.
It's another 20%.
And what's happening? And it's accelerating now. So amazing. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We get the Dow up 105, Nasdaq up 25. We're gonna be right back. Yeah.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll you'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try patterns, profits, and peace of mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's patterns, profits, and peace of mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See, what we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Rand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Kate Stalter on the Small Cap Roundup, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. Up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We got, where is she? We have the Dow up 100, NASDAQ up 24, S&P's up 8, and it's going to get interesting here. Let me see. So we get the Qs. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the 27th is 59.20. Look at that. They haven't got there yet.
No, I know.
Patience, baby. Hold it. Grab. Get my hands in my pocket.
The composite, now in the futures, the composite did.
Okay.
Because it got up there today.
Yeah.
So that at least has gotten up there. And the composite actually is, let me see, I had that up. I was looking at that this morning.
27.53.
It's really trading right at the swing, actually going back to May 2nd. Right at the bottom.
Yeah.
It hit it this morning.
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see where that closes.
No, big time. Let's get to Marty in Massachusetts. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Good morning.
What's happening, man?
Okay, well, I woke up this morning and I started listening to your program, and then I decided to check my portfolio and my IRA. These are buy and hold for me. They're not for trading. And I noticed PVX, Provident Energy, Paul Victor Xavier, are getting bought out by a bigger company in Canada that doesn't trade in the United States right now, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
And, you know, and of the former energy trust that I still have, it's the only one that's in the black, and now it's up 20% in one day, and half of me says sell it and take the money and run, and the other half says go with the new company. What do you think?
Okay, hold on. Let's see what the price is. Join the first time now. We've got Outlook 2 points. It's an all-stock deal. Okay, hold on. I'll find the other company. 1 second. We'll be able to tell in a second. All-stock deal. Major. Man, who? Okay, 1 second. Come on, baby. I don't understand why I can't get the symbol on this.
It only sells in Toronto.
Yeah, but that's all right. I trade those things. 1 second. Let me just see. PVX. I'm wondering if this is going from a public to a private company. Hold it.
Well,
just give me 1 second.
Okay.
No symbol.
No symbol.
Well, what I found for a symbol for it was PPL Toronto.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you kindly. There she is. Okay, PPL Toronto. Okay, so 20 to 31. This pays a 5.67% dividend. You might want to stay right there. They take in 300. Oh, look at that. Their revenue went down dramatically.
Yeah.
Dump it.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed to know.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Thanks a lot.
An ABC down. Look at that baby.
Yeah.
This had a high out here, folks, of 31, and it blistered down to 26 with volume. You get a bounce today. This is a big ABC down.
Yeah. And their revenue was way down.
Revenue was way down.
Buying this in order to be able to pump that back up.
You got it. And folks, what Steve's saying, this is really important to understand. And when you have companies, you understand it more so. There's no doubt about it. And what they're doing is this: they're buying this because their revenue went from 511 million in 90 days to 302 million. They're buying the revenue now to keep it up. And they're hoping that they're going to stay ahead of the curve. And what I've found, you never can stay ahead of the curve. When they're buying companies like that, it's just a matter of a year, 2 years that, boom, see ya. Don't want to be ya. Yeah, pretty amazing.
I think they need to go to my Pathways to Growth webinar.
They do. And listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. It's a week from Wednesday. Pathways to Growth. Your man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, he's going to be getting you on the right road. You stay right there, folks. Kate Stalter's coming up next with the Small Cap Roundup. Then we're going to Chicago for the Option Hour. Ken Shreve in California, right back here, 4 to 6. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
See you, folks.